Yes guys, yet again, doing this intro for the third time. My new camera, for some reason, keeps turning off. But anyway, back to the channel. Well, that's shit again, innit, boys? Come on, sort your wig out. Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So, first off, apologies that I've not put an upload in for the last 2 weeks or so. I've been absolutely smashed at work, literally doing 70-hour weeks, lads, stupid hours, stupid times, in stupid locations. So, I thought I'd give you an update today. What's going on with the ride? I'm currently sat in the missus's daily, Punto, 130,000 mile legend in the game. Just not giving me shit like that. So yeah, the car at the minute is sat at work. I'm not taking it out and I'm not driving it. But I do think there's some positives on the horizon. I've been looking into my issues now, as you know, for the past few weeks. Not really been getting there. Getting gains and going away from me. Pulling it closer, it feels like it, and going away from me in performance. So yeah, I've really dug deep, the boys, and I do believe I found out what my issue, 95% sure, is going to be with this car. A bad earth. Let's take that into account for a minute. A bad earth, boys. Like, out of everything in that car it's got, it's going to be a bad earth. So the car was throwing up a code, P11061 or something. So I delved into that a little bit and found out, I think it was on MigWeb online, pretty decent little site for forums and whatnot. So yeah, I went on MigWeb and there was a step-by-step how-to. Actually from Vauxhall put a field remedy out for this car and the engine. That it's got 4 crimped earth wires or something that sit on the right hand side of the block and the fuel injector loom, I believe it is. So I believe they are quite faulty. There's actually an upgrade at Vauxhall you can get for them. And I think when we'll be doing the rods on the car, and I remember Josh, we struggled to get all the looms back over the top because I think something was caught on the block underneath when we were doing it. So you might give it a little bit of a tug too much maybe, or basically it's just happened over time. The car is what, 11, nearly 12 years old now. So yeah, it is a known issue for these cars. It does throw up the code I've got, and it does also mention the symptoms that I've got with my car, i.e. the code, it's lumpy idle, it's threw itself into limp mode, I've got the spanner light on, and the code brings up the boost control solenoid. But when I put the turbo on last week, which I tried to film, but the camera was crap, we put it on the computer, the Tech 2 or whatever it was, and it did come up as the code on the boost control solenoid. And the lad who was with did actually have one with him brand new, so we swapped it over, and I was still getting the same issue. It wasn't bringing the code up at the time, but I was still getting the same issue. Now, I've looked into it, because this code has come up, the spanner light's come up, it's running rich, it's idling shit. And this points all to the 4 crimped earth wires that sit on the injector wiring loom. So all you Astra HVXR lads, this is something that you might want to look into doing in the future. Apparently it does give better shutdown of the car once you've done it. It will give you a louder stereo, and your lights will be, so when you park up and you turn your steering wheel and your lights kind of flicker, I think that's to do with that, so it'll stop that and give you brighter lights maybe. I'm not going to say it does, but this is what MigWeb says it does. And also it gives you this boost control problem if it's not right. If the earths aren't right, it's all connected to your boost control solenoid, which is why I believe I'm getting the absolute crap off it it's been giving me. So I'm going to have a look under the engine with a camera. Shout out Jesse for my new camera, G7X Mark II. Boom, absolutely 10 times better than what I've been running. And it's not got a cracked screen, so I can actually see myself, the boys. So yeah, I'm going to have a look underneath the bonnet, have a little nosy around, poke my finger in here and there. I'll just give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing this week. And that'll be it for today, boys. It's really windy. It's a Sunday. I had a bit of a session last night. Football team won, Joshua won, so happy days, buzzing with that. It was a good Saturday. So let's get into it and let's see what I'm talking about. I'll point you in the right direction on what I'm talking about, if I even know what I'm looking at. Peace. There she is, the little troublemaker. Let's get out. Let's go see what she's saying, boys. That's the boys, get the keys because we don't want them auto locking in. Oh yeah. beast. So here we have it. So, put keys down. The new turbo's in, looking very shiny, quite brand new, eh? I'm happy with that. Turbo Smart actuator and reset valve down there somewhere. I won't bother looking for it right now. So, I believe this here is the fuel injector loom. Well, fuel injector, and the loom comes under the sheath here, I believe. So it's something in here. Yeah, focus in here, and it's meant to be 4 earth wires crimped together. But apparently it's better to get at it if we take the battery out. It's not something I really want to do myself. I'm just trying to look where I might have a bad connection down here. Have a look. Yeah, I can see something there. How do you zoom? I don't even know how to zoom in on this yet, the boys. Got a fucking scratch on top of this. But anyway, so I think there's something in there. Looks a bit loose. Yeah, so I believe this is the loom. I will start it up. Let's listen to it when I start it up. I'll listen to this. No, we'll turn that off because we don't need any of that shit on. I'm going to turn it on. How rough was that start up then? The fuel lights, I've got fuel, it's telling me there's no fuel. I've got lights on my dash. How do I zoom in on this fucking A? There it is. Right, so, as you can see, my dash lights. Airbag and traction control are to do with my new steering rack that's just been put in by the garage. He needs to get a couple of sensors, so ignore them. Forget the door open and forget the handbrakes, that's not a problem. Now, this came on with the code P11 something, which obviously related to my boost control solenoid. So yeah, I love this camera though, it's absolutely amazing. She sounds rough as anything. Rough, ain't it? It's not good that. So yeah, let's get out again. Rough, man. She's not tapping as much though. So I don't know any of this shit here. Don't like that, that needs sorting out. This wire there though. I need to find my earthing points. It's really winding me up. If that comes out of there, that's that one. Yeah, I think I'll let the auto guy look at it. So yeah, that's where I'm at, boys, really. It's literally going to wait. I'll let it come off choke. Oh, shut this door, it's freezing. Oh. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I do believe it's going to be a bad earth. I mean, when she's warmed up, I'll show you the code, what comes up on it. So yeah, I've not really been able to get out or do anything, like literally smoking about in the old Fiat Punto. I do want it fixed. I've spoke to DDG, I spoke to Sam at SGR. They, you know, they want to get me down. They're moving places again. So as soon as they're rolling road soap, they want to get me down. But if this is my problem, I don't need to go there until this is solved, because it won't. It literally has got to be a fueling issue. It won't fucking. I think I tried to do a hard cut ignition once just to see what it'd do, and it just didn't do anything. It just sounded like a fart box. There's definitely something in the fuel. I can smell the petrol in the car. It's got to be, for me, it's this issue with the earthing. All to do with fuel, all to do with boosting, and I've got problems with boosting, and I can smell fuel. And these lights on the back right hand side, it says something about the lights on it as well. So if I put the lights on, you're not going to be able to see it in the daytime here, but here, the back two right lights have dimmed. So, and that's also what they said as well. You have problems with your dash lights and stuff going out. Everything points towards it being a really bad earth. So I will keep you posted, I'll keep you updated, and we'll go from there, boys. Apologies for the uploads, and hopefully 2020 is going to be a massive year, because it can't get any worse, so we can only get better. Take it easy, the boys. Massive respect and peace out. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I know there's not been much on, but there's plenty to come. Massive respect. Peace. Fucking hell, lads, I'm good, me. So I've just been here searching, I've ended the video and I've come back to the front and I'm just looking like here, checking this, making sure everything's in, trying to look for maybe earth. For some reason I've got that there is open with wires, see that? That needs closing off. And then I'm just following it up and I thought, where is everything? And I thought, oh yeah, that's an earth there. That's the wire, the brown wire there. Goes to that earthing point there. Right in there. So you tell me that might not be my issue, because it clearly I've not got on earth. What the boys, if that's my problem, if that is my issue, wow. Fingers crossed, boys, fingers crossed. I'm gonna have to see what I can do here now. Give me a minute. Peace. Right, lads, so basically I took it out, it gave me a little bit of boost, and then it kicked back the code back, not the code, but it kicked back into limp mode. So this is definitely my problem. This is Jimmy. Say hello, Jimmy.
Hiya.
Yeah, that lad.
Limp mode.
Limp mode, mate. Have you seen this?
Could be a couple of reasons for
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
That bad earth there going into my fuel injector loom.
Yes.
Be a good shout, wouldn't it?
Could be. I know you have several reasons to go into limp mode. One is the clutch pedal.
Yeah. No, basically, right, Jimmy, where I'm at with the car, brother, is it threw a code up on the dash, and it was 11061, right? I'll put this round to me a sec. One sec, boys. So yeah, it was 11061, which then told me it's to do with this here, this boost control solenoid here, yeah, and then that's brand new. I put a brand spanking new one on and saw the same problem, right? So I went onto all the websites and everything, and I found out there's actually a mod for these cars, an earth mod, which means these get fucked. I've just opened this up here now, found that fucked. Yeah, I took my battery off, put it back on, touched this against here, yeah, and my codes went, and I had boost for a minute. Yeah. And then as soon as it realised it was fucked, it went back into limp mode straight away. Boys, we fucking done it, I think. Come on.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, fucking hell, boys, on a Sunday as well. Jesus, if this is my problem now, boom. So, I couldn't crimp it in because I've not got the crimping stuff. So I've had to go full on Salford style. And literally, if I can zoom in, it's quite a slow zoom. Where the crimp is, there, I've just literally put the wire under the crimp and folded the crimp left over the wire to like hook it underneath so it's still contacting, because I cannot get it in. But yeah, whew, Jesus Christ. So I've put all boost pipes back on. I did find it easier taking this off and unplugging that little beauty here from down here. It's just a clip, you just pull it down, take it out, gives you a bit more room around the back. But yeah, I've took that off the battery to reset the ECU to see if this is going to help us. So I'm going to give it 10 minutes now, start her up, take her for the mooch, and hopefully we'll go from there, boys. And that's about it on this one. So yeah, on my own. Mad respect. Peace. Right, lads, you catch me in the car. So basically, as I was saying then, I've crimped it in the bonnet, well, sort of put it under the crimp and then sort of bent the crimp over onto the wire to hold it steady, because I can't get it in. And Chaddy's got wire, etc, so we can do that another day. I just want to know if this is going to solve my issue. So let's do a pedal test. So brake, accelerator, put it stage 1. We'll come up with any codes. Oh no, 11061 is still stored in. No, yeah, 11061 still stored. Let's see what it's like once we start it. It's gone off. So the light's gone off. Forget the other two at the top with the handbrake, because them two are to do with the bleeding sensors on me New steering rack. Let's take her for a drive, boys. Let's see. Take her for a drive. See what she's like. Peace.